and Children's Hospital in Colorado has pre-complied, bowed in advance to the Trump regime's ban on gender-affirming care for trans youth, leaving trans youth in Colorado abandoned and without life-saving healthcare. Trans youth and trans adults are currently fleeing red states and fleeing the country entirely for their own safety. The government has massively failed to protect trans people or even listen to trans people on the issues and debates being discussed about us. Why are trans people excluded from this conversation? This is why we need more trans representation in government. America clearly doesn't understand the everyday struggle of being trans and trying to defend ourselves in this environment. If we respond to an attack, which in these cases, the attacks are coming from religious cults and political cults, we're labeled as needy, selfish, demanding, and mentally unwell. The amount of disinformation from Republicans that has been fabricated has had devastating effects on the trans community, which that's exactly what they wanted. But there's a major failure in allowing trans people to respond to this. Because if America would only look at facts and evidence, they would see that this is just another lie. It's just another manipulation from Republicans because of their disinformed opinions and cult values. Cults are not normal. I refuse to normalize this paranoid schizophrenic behavior. The conspiracy that trans people are predators in bathrooms is just completely untrue. All you have to do is look at the evidence. Trans youth are already bullied at much higher rates and experience bullying and violence far more than any other group. Trans and gay youth make up 50% of the homeless population. And this is in large part because these Republican cult members are abandoning their own LGBT children. You know, the party of family values and pro-children and pro-life. Apparently, they're only pro-family if your family is white and not gay or trans, because they're throwing their own children out onto the street. Government officials in Congress are partially to blame for this, for overlooking this gigantic problem and staying silent while trans youth and trans adults are dying, being thrown out of their homes due to these cults. The constant bullying and discrimination has been validated through anti-trans legislation. Republicans don't give a shit about children, family, science, or reality. We have to combat this mental illness immediately. We have a white supremacist, evangelical, conspiracy-loving epidemic in America. Their disinformation is literally killing people, and it's time to wake the fuck up and battle this issue head on. I refuse to allow a demented, delusional, science and evidence-denying cult to dictate my life when they know nothing about gay and trans people. They're so fearful of people that are different that they abandon their own children. This is fear. This is panic that was infused into the Republican Party using false information and weaponized religion. And I've fucking had it with this shit. Please like this, share this, leave your comments, and I'll be back very soon.